That's a great question. I feel like I'm a firm believer in looking at the past and seeing what was done before in terms of the foundation.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jenna. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for your time. But before we talk about Transformers One, I need to say that we love Blue Eye Samurai and
Oh, cool.
I love Ultraman Rising.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Area. Yeah.
Thank you for
So,
saying that. Thank you for
and
being fans.
I love Transformers One. So, what amazing! You have all these projects that we love it and all very relevant right now. But what was about the Transformers One that made you? Oh my God, I need to be part of this project so badly.
That's a really great question. I've been a huge fan of the Transformers franchise since I was actually a kid. And I used to run home with my brother to watch. I have an identical twin brother, and we would run home from school to watch the 1984 show. And we would sit there eating our cereal and hanging out, talking and watching the show together. And so it was part of our DNA as kids. And then actually one of the very first movies I saw in the movie theater was the Transformers 1986 film. So, parents were always like exposing us to that. And I love 2D hand-drawn animation and I love the style of Transformers. And so it was very much imprinted in who I am as a designer.
Yeah, that's amazing. But do you have a favorite Transformers?
Oh yeah, I mean, for me, I always love the original series, and if I of all the Transformers I've always loved Megatron, and I just like his story. I always kind of thought of him as a misunderstood hero in a way, even though he sort of is the villain in the story. There was something deeper and more to him, and I was so glad I could be a part of this project to go into the details of where his origin came from and who he was.
Yes, it's kind of a dream come true for you to work in this project since you like being involved since you were little. Like
Yes.
how much of that creativity that you have since you were little that you brought to this to Transformers One?
That's a great question. I feel like I'm a firm believer in looking at the past and seeing what was done before in terms of the foundation. And I did a lot of research on the original designers of the show. And one of them is Floro Derry, who was the senior supervisor for both the series and for the movie. And so I wanted to make sure that I was doing my due diligence and respecting his design language and injecting the visual style that he created for that Gen 1. And I had a lot of conversations with our director, Josh Cooley, and he was very much in love with that and the early American Golden Age illustrators such as J.C. Leyendecker and Art Deco. And we found a way to infuse the 86 G1 style with the kind of J.C. Leyendecker theory and put them together and make Transformers 1 out of that visual style.
My God, that's so amazing. And what was like the most challenge aspect of doing this film?
At the end of the day, it was all challenging because we were on a very tight schedule, and the budget wasn't as high as a budget as a normal animated movie from the past. So we had to be really smart about telling the story properly and doing it in an efficient manner. But also, me as a production designer, I needed to make sure I was supporting the story every single step of the way. And so my team and I, which was a very small team, was the biggest challenge was having a small team and providing a lot of detail and a lot of information in the world building aspect as well as the character designs.
Yeah, wow. How long did it take to do the whole process since the
I started
inception to the final
We
product?
were at the tail end of the pandemic, and I came on December 2021, and I just wrapped just before September.
Wow.
So, I was on it for almost two years and 11 months. It's a very long time. And so animated movies take a very long time, especially if you're in the writing phase and in the storyboarding phase. It can take up to 5 years.
Yeah.
But for myself, it was about three.
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing. You guys do magic. All animators, I think every in all the levels that you guys do magic and deliver magic to us. And the movie is so visually stunning. Like I watch in the movie theater, I watch it already in my computer, and I watch it at my home like I project to the TV. And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter which medium I'm watching, it's visually stunning and it's such an amazing movie, an amazing story. I love Bumblebee, so and it's my favorite.
Keegan's
Also,
great.
yeah, but also like there is a lot of like messages on the movie that is very important, like no give up,
Yes.
all a lot of things that any message from the movie that you're more relatable to you.
Sure. Yeah. I think it's about, to me, it was about like community and friendship and seeing Optimus really stick up for what he believed in. And then also seeing D16 going through a moment of his life with betrayal. And those are very adult themes, actually. But also, I think things kids need to understand and hear. And so it's a message for the entire family to say it's a lot of deep, moral type of decision making in throughout the film. And so seeing that come to life while I was designing the movie made me really invested. And Josh Cooley, being the writer and the director that he was very in tune with that and very in tune with the story and the message and the moral compass that he was trying to expose throughout the cultivating of the film.
And if you have to give an advice to your young self, what advice you'd give to that person, like to want to pursue a career in animation? What advice you give to the little kid over there?
That's a great question. I think, keep working and do your absolute best at whatever you do and set your mind to it in a way where you're growing and build a community around yourself of other people that are like-minded, that really care and are gesturing for you to be a success. And I find that positivity is absolutely crucial, even in the most dark hour when you're feeling kind of hopeless and you're not getting the resources that you need. Just realize that you can ask for that help and there are people around you that want to help you. And so forging that community, having those conversations with your friends, having those conversations with your parents, you're not going to have a chance to fail. And also just keep believing in yourself, keep working hard, and keep focusing on what your outcome will be, and you'll get there.
That's amazing. And for us to wrap it up, any other projects that you're working on that you can talk about? Anything that you can see in the future for you?
Yes, I've actually been helping out with Paramount on another Avatar movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not the production designer, but I'm helping out as a designer. And so that's been happening over at Avatar Studios, and I've been a part of that. And I've been very, very blessed to be there and be around the artists that are making it.
That's amazing. Jason, I just want to thank you so much for your time. A lot of success and keep bringing all these amazing projects
Oh,
to
you're
us
so
because
sweet.
we love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jana. It was so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Bye-bye.
You have a great day.
You too. If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.